Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Office Aidan.
Office Bloke Daz Sports Edition.
Yep.
Back with the original teams.
Back,
The subs have been sent back to the bench. Aidan was on holiday, so welcome back, Aidan.
Thank you.
You have a nice time?
I did, yes. It was very nice.
Well, let everyone know where you went.
I went to Greece.
Greece.
Yeah.
You see Giannis there?
Nope.
No?
Didn't see him.
Oh, okay. One of my favourite sports. It's on at the moment, actually. It's a big thing going on at the moment in cricket. I love cricket. Mm-hmm. I know you're not a massive fan of it, are you?
Not
you
really.
find it a bit boring, don't you?
Yeah.
But I love it. And the Ashes is on at the moment, which is England v Australia. Played every 2 years. Australia pretty dominant at the moment in Test cricket. Different types of cricket. Test cricket's the 5-day event. I'm going to the one that's in Manchester in the Ashes at Old Trafford.
When?
It's this month, July.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So first of all, happy July 4th weekend as well to everyone in the USA.
Yes.
I hope you have a great weekend celebrating. But we're going to touch on a channel we've not touched on yet. A lot of people keep telling us, get on John Boy Media, get on it, have a look. You know, he talks a lot of sense. So we're going to do the rules and gameplay of cricket in baseball terms. Yeah, which would be interesting for me to see.
It's not really that hard of a sport to understand, though. Really,
cricket.
I don't think. Yeah.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah. There's loads of stuff you wouldn't get.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but it's like the LBW.
Maybe I'll learn something.
Yeah.
But I kind of know what that means.
Yeah. You know what it means.
Yeah.
But you've got to know where the ball's pitching and all that kind of stuff for it to be actually an LBW.
Yeah. Very true.
But it's a great sport anyway. Cricket. It's one of my favourite. It's probably in the top 3
of your favourite sports.
Yeah, with hockey, English football, and cricket. That's
Very
probably my
interesting.
That's probably my top 3 sports.
Yeah.
But I love all sport. You know me.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Let's crack on with this then. The rules and gameplay of cricket. A breakdown in baseball terms.
It's no secret that I've gotten super into cricket this winter, and I don't think it's going to fade. I don't think it's a phase, so if you're not enjoying the cricket stuff, don't watch. If you are, there's more coming. I'm still learning the game, but I understand the concept. I lived in Australia and played in the playground a little bit, so I always kind of have. Here's a general breakdown. Now, I'm going to use baseball terms, so all the cricket people, I'm using the wrong terms on purpose. I think it's more relatable for baseball fans to understand. And just the general, if you've never seen it before, the general, very basic concept is if you've played running bases or pickle as a kid, that's what you have. These 2 lines are the safe zones. They're the bases, so to speak. And the wickets are kind of the strike zone or the base. So the guy's going to pitch it, he hits it, and then it's how many times can each runner run back and forth. Every time they run to the other side, that's a run. That's the general concept. The fielding team has to get the ball and throw it in before the runners cross the line. If they get to the wicket before the runner crosses the line, then it's an out. It's a 1-inning game, this version at least. Really long innings, and only 1 inning apiece. So on this ball, that one's put in play, and it's caught on the fly, so that's an out. They call it a wicket. So you see this scoreboard, this is how many runs.
I can't use my hand on that side, but what it is just to sort of like give it a cricket terms as well and like reverse what John Boy's saying. Number 1, he called them wickets. They're not wickets, they're stumps. The wicket is the actual stretch of the it's called the cricket wicket, and the stumps are at each end. But
I didn't know they were called wickets.
No, they're called stumps. But to sort of like put it in terms there, this is a game of 2020. Which is a format of cricket. Mm-hmm. So there's 3 different formats. You've got 2020, which is 20 overs. You've got 1 day, which is 40 or 50 overs in a day. Usually takes a day to play. And then you've got Test cricket, which is unlimited overs. But it takes 5 days to play. And that's the oldest form. And
that's long.
Test cricket for me I'm a traditionalist on cricket. I mean, I do like 2020. And now you've got the 100 as well, which has come in just recently. But 2020 cricket's quite exciting. Because there's a lot of quick play, a lot of batting to sort of try and get the runs up. But then there's the Test cricket is like one where you sit there with your beer in the crowd, settle down for 5 days, and sort of like just think I'm not moving. Obviously you move for 5 days, but you've got to go home, come back the next day.
Yeah.
But Test cricket can be over in 2 days. It can be over in 2, 3, 1. If it starts raining, that's the day gone.
Yeah.
And then it'll end in a draw probably. 5 days of cricket and then a draw at the end. Hard to take.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
Yeah, it's bad. But he's explaining it quite well, really, when he's talking about the runs. But this is a different form. This is 2020, and the runs. What he's saying, you run from crease to crease. So it's
I think is it not pretty self-explanatory?
not really. There's a lot of rules that go into cricket that he's trying to explain in a baseball format, and he's saying right, you run from base to base type thing.
Yeah, but instead of there being 4 bases and you run around, you just run there
Backwards
and back.
and forwards, yeah. But you don't have to run there and back for one run.
No, I know you
just
run
have
there.
to run there.
If you run there, then you sort the batsman, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, but then what happens after 6 balls, which is an over?
An innings.
You switch ends. It's not an innings. An over. 6 balls is an over. You have to bowl 6 legal balls in an over. What they call an over. So one bowler or pitcher will bowl 6 balls. It's got to be 6 legal balls. If he bowls an illegal ball, like a no ball or a wide, he has to bowl that again. So an over could last for as many balls as he's not bowling legal.
Right.
So if you step out, if the bowler comes in with a ball overarm, got a ball overarm as well. If he steps out the crease before he lets go of the ball, it's a no ball.
The team has scored 134, and this is how many outs they've hit into, and now it's going to change to 6. Once it gets to 10, it's over. Now this is the most confusing part. Cricket is broken up into overs. An over is a set of 6 pitches. It's like the biggest detail you need to know. Once you get that in your head, you'll understand all the stats, all the talk, all the chatter. An over is a set of 6 pitches. So this bowler's name is Verma. His first pitch, we saw they got 1 run. His second pitch, he got an out or a wicket. That's huge. So let's keep going. He's got 4 more in the over. That dude who got out, he's done. His day is over. He does not get to hit again. A new batsman comes in. His name is Max Chu. He had a really good outing in the field. Let's see what he can do. Him and Broom, they call this a partnership. And Broom's been in for a while. So here's the first ball
Press pause
to
again.
Max Chu.
Just go back a little bit. Just when he's showing them stats, where he said he's been in a while. There, yeah. So the 62 is how many runs Broom's got. So Broom scored 62 runs, and the 52 in the brackets is how many balls he's faced. So he's been bowled at 52 times and hit 62 runs, right? So he's obviously had a couple of 4s, you know, and some dots, what they call a dot, which is just a block and no run. And Chu's just come in, 0 runs, and he's not faced the ball yet. Yeah.
Call this a partnership. And Broom's been in for a while. So here's the first ball to Max Chu, and he puts that, and no runs.
Nothing.
That's considered a dot ball. And because in this version of cricket, there's a pitch limit, there's 20 overs, which is a set of 6 pitches, meaning there's 120 pitches. Every pitch that the batsmen don't score a run off is a win for the fielding team. So dot balls are huge. So you see now he's got 1 run, a wicket, and a dot ball. These 2 are great results for the bowler.
I'll just explain something else further. I don't know if he's going to go into this, John Boy, actually, so I'm not going to keep trying to interrupt, but I'm trying to turn it round for the other way as well. If he gets 6 dot balls in there, where it says one run, 1 wicket, 1 dot, if he gets 6 dot balls in a row, it's called a maiden.
A maiden?
Maiden over, which means no runs scored in that over. So it's called a maiden over. So when you hear terminology, and it gets even more complicated when you start earning things like fine leg, slips, first slip, second slip, third slip, deep fine leg or deep leg, deep silly mid off, deep mid off.
Yeah, you're just confusing me as well now.
See, that's what I'm saying. Gets complicated.
But in this game, the other team hit already, so the Volts need 13 more runs from 9 more balls. Like I said, we have these 1, 2, 3, and then another over left, and then the game's over. So it's coming to a real tight finish. So here's the next one, and that's put in play, and they can go for 1 safely. They can try to go for 2. No, they just go for 1 run. You can see it down here, 1 run. And now they've switched sides. So now the other batsman, Chu hit that one. Now Broom is going to swing at this one, puts that in play, but puts it way too high, and that's caught for another out, another wicket. You'll see it went to 7 outs now, and he's done. He's out of the game. So this is a great over for Verma because he's got 2 wickets. They're pretty rare, a dot ball. And Broom had scored 62 runs. He had been in the game for a while. So it's pretty big to get him out. And now you have two rookie batters, McKenzie and Chu. And, he's only seen 2 pitches done. So they're coming into the game fresh, and there's only 7 more balls left. But here is what Chu does on this ball. Puts it in play and then runs, and it's basically like baseball equivalent of a hustle double. He needs to get as many runs as he can and maximize the hits, and they get back, and they get 2 runs out of it safely. So that's a...
One thing to point out as well, once you get down to like 134 for 7 outs, you're into your what's called the lower batting order. And then lower batting orders are usually bowlers or pitchers. So they're not known for bats. The best batsmen are 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then 5's usually like your wicket keeper or a good like night watchman. And then 6, 7, 8, or 6, probably up to 6 are your proper batsmen. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are usually bowlers.
Yeah.
Good way to end it, because now it's 10 more runs from 6 balls. You have a new bowler coming in, Cuggly. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. And but now McKenzie is the batsman. They switched, and he's up. And they switched because every over, they now pitch from the new side. They switch sides. So now this dude's going to get his first ball, and it's a pretty important part of the game. They need to get 10 runs on the next 6 balls. He puts that one right where it came from. Nice piece of hitting up the middle, and that's going to get him 1 run. Now Chu is up again. They switch sides, and here, listen to this.
Max Chu! Max Chu! That's Alapar, you beauty!
So over the fence like that is a home run. It's an automatic 6 runs. So here's an update of the score bug before and after that 6er from Max Chu. Beforehand, it was a 138 runs. He got 6 runs on that, so it goes to 144. The outs stay the same. 19.1 overs. That was another ball, so now it's 19.2. Keep going. You have McKenzie. He got 1 run off 1 ball. Chu had 3 off 3. Now Chu has 9 off of 4 balls seen. So that's their personal stats. Before were the team stats. It was 9 more runs from 5 balls, but he got 6. So now it's 3 more from 4. So that's a huge shot, because now victory should be in their hands. And then this is the overs, and we got a 6 there. And it's not a great start for our dude, Kugelin, who's now got 1 wicket, but he's allowed 44 runs in 3.2 overs. So let's keep watching, see if the Volts can do it. Max Chu is up again, and this one he's going to pop up in the air. Do they get under it? Do they get under it? No, it drops, and they get 1 more run out of it. So if you look at the way this is bowled, he bounces it really short because he wants it to come up in an area that's not really fun to hit at, because he knows he's swinging. They can't afford to not swing. They're just trying to get wickets or get dot balls, and that one is, no, that lands. So that's another run. So now you have the rookie up again. He's making his debut in this league, and he needs 2 more runs from the next 3 balls to win it for his team. And what's he going to do? Well, he's going to hit what we consider a walk-off homer. Now he goes to the short side of the field, a double fist pump, big ol' hugs from the rookies, feeling good. What a way to end it. They win the match. It's over, walk off. So this is the final scorecard. This is the Volts roster. The first batsman, he got 8 runs off 5 balls. The next one, 10 runs off 10. This is they were caught out, so C stands for caught, and then this is the fielder who made the catch. B stands for the bowler who bowled them out, or who bowled it out. This dude, Phillips, wasn't caught out. He was bowled out, meaning the bowler just hit the wickets, and he was out. And really, you look at this. Broom did all the heavy lifting for them in the 3-hole. And then these guys, Chu and McKenzie, they never got out. They finished the match. On the other side, we have the other team's bowlers. They used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or the Walker's brothers. They used 5 different bowlers. That's normal because you can't bowl more than 4 overs. That's a rule, so you can't just have one.
Are these Australian teams?
I think they're. I think it's South Africa.
South Africa.
I want to say South African League. I might be wrong. I'm not sure.
Don't know.
One dude do the whole thing. Dots. All of these guys had 10 dot balls. That's pretty good. Runs. Our guy Fisher allowed the least 21. He got 2 wickets, so he had the best day out of all these things. So I don't know. Might be too fast for you. Might not. If you want to watch it, this league is on ESPN Plus. If you like baseball, you're going to like T20 cricket. I gotta assume it's very similar in pace and play and intricacies. And if you understand what I just said, and then you watch a game, it'll all come together. It's much simpler than baseball from a first-time viewing experience because the general concept is just way simpler.
If you like baseball, you'll like one-day cricket, and you'll definitely like T20 cricket, 2020 cricket.
I kind of like watching T20 cricket if it goes quite quick.
It's good. It's good to watch because sometimes it goes into the night time as well, sort of like, so you go under the lights and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty decent. But for me, I like Test cricket as well. So it's like I'm a traditionalist that still watches Test cricket. You see me this morning when I got up, I was straight into the cricket. Yeah. Then I'm watching it first thing.
It's true.
But it's one of my favourite sports, and I love it. I love T20. I love one day, and I love Test cricket. And John Boy did a good job there explaining that. And I think it's it's good to watch, and if you can get into it, you'll really enjoy it. Like I say, this channel is for all sports.
Yes.
We cover everything. So far, we've done lacrosse, basketball, baseball, soccer, cricket, ice hockey. Yeah. What do you call it? Cheerleading.
Cheerleading, Jesus. Is that even a sport?
Something for everyone, eh? So don't forget, leave in the comments what you want us to react to, and watch along with us. And we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.